returns to Combat Zone Wrestling. Chris Sabin made his debut here at CZW just 1 month ago. And how about that? He walks into CZW, wrestles a #1 contenders match on his first night in. On reputation alone, he gets that matchup. He wins and finds himself tonight challenging for the Iron Man Championship on the biggest night of the year here in Philadelphia. Kevin Steen returns to Combat Zone Wrestling after taking a minor vacation because, quite honestly, he didn't feel that anybody was here worthy enough of an Iron Man Championship shot. Kevin Steen is 0-1 at the Cage of Death, as last year he was pinned in a tag team matchup, pinned by the challenger in tonight's World Heavyweight Championship matchup, Super Dragon. Kevin Steen last month, I mean, what an insult, what a spit in the face of the fans by saying he didn't need to come to Combat Zone Wrestling because of the lack of competition. There have been some great Iron Man champions in the past here at CZW, but quite honestly, Kevin Steen has the potential to rank up there, but with an attitude like that, with that arrogance, I really don't know where he's going to wind up. Mike Quackenbush, the elephant in the room between these two. A little bit of jealousy as Chris Sabin had the #1 contenders matchup with Mike Quackenbush last month. What a great matchup that was. Beat him. Kevin Steen was unable to beat Mike Quackenbush in the finals of the Best of the Best this past year. Well, this current year, as a matter of fact, this past Best of the Best. That a source of animosity. It is the package pile driver versus the cradle shot. Chris Sabin, a former 2-time NWA TNA X Division champion. Chris Sabin with the go behind. Kevin Steen with an arm wringer. This has the potential to be a technical dream match. Chris Sabin takes Kevin Steen, shoves him off, shoulder tackle, drop down into a cover. Arm wringer, Kevin Steen. Chris Sabin, trained by Scott D'Amore. Chris Sabin, a challenger tonight. And again, how huge would it be for Chris Sabin, who has always been a fan of CZW, to win the Iron Man Championship at the Cage of Death? Single leg sweep. Wait, he went for the head scissor. Both men miss. Kevin Steen caught. Sabin up. Sabin down. Chris Sabin can fly. He can get technical. A hybrid wrestler. Piscato does not nail. Kevin Steen, who has had quite an impressive year here in Combat Zone Wrestling. Kevin Steen with a Piscato, no. Kevin Steen, do not let his size fool you. He is quite a high flyer. Kevin Steen really opened up the eyes of the wrestling world where, again, as I mentioned in the opening matchup, CZW found him, basically picked him out of obscurity. He was a mainstay in the IWS, really had not had a lot of exposure in the United States. He was highlighted at High Stakes 2 and has been a fan favorite here at CZW up until last month when he decided to spit in the face of the fans, or not even decided to show up and defend the Iron Man Championship. Chris Sabin with a head of steam, big kick, and a Mr. Wrestling. How arrogant do you have to be to call yourself Mr. Wrestling? I may as well call myself Mr. Commentator from now on. Kevin Steen with a more methodical pace. Kevin Steen Picks him up, scoop, and a slam. Kevin Steen, that somersault leg drop. I think I've seen that somewhere before. Kevin Steen defeated Frankie the Mobster for the Iron Man Championship. I feel like I'm calling a women's show. I see that all the time on the women's shows, but not from an Iron Man champion. I would expect more. Kevin Steen so nonchalant, not even hooking the leg. Kevin Steen kicking the center of the back of Chris Sabin. Pound for pound in tremendous shape. Could likely go the time limit with Kevin Steen with his cardiovascular conditioning. Kevin Steen, who has been so impressive here in Combat Zone Wrestling, really made an impact at Best of the Best. He didn't win it, but he went all the way to the finals, which is quite an accomplishment. Chris Sabin, of course, comes to CZW with a reputation worldwide. Prefers to wrestle that high-risk X-Division style I mentioned earlier, but can get in there and technically wrestle, go power for power, move for move. Kevin Steen with that missile drop kick, hooks the leg. Waiting in the wings, the competitors for the World Heavyweight Championship matchup. We have seen so many World Championship classics here at the Cage of Death. Tonight should be second to none with Super Dragon coming in to challenge Ruckus for the World Heavyweight Championship. That really should be a tremendous matchup. Really looking forward to that one. Kevin Steen, big reverse knife edge chop. Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin hasn't had the opportunity to showcase a lot of his offense. Chris Sabin, he is quick. Back elbow. Chris Sabin with a big shot and a block. Oh, man. Right to the center of the back. He's been working over that center of the back. Kevin Steen with that neck breaker. Kevin Steen is arrogant, but there is a method to his madness. As you can see, he is following through and working over that neck and back area. Kevin Steen with a chin lock. Mr. Wrestling, slowing things down right now. Also waiting in the wings are those 6 madmen that will do battle in what promises to be the most sadistic, the most animalistic, and the craziest cage of death in the history of Combat Zone Wrestling. We still have yet a lot more to come. A couple of elbows out of Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin with another. Shot to the midsection. Kevin Steen not impressed. Kevin Steen now picks up Chris Sabin. Goes back to the chin lock. And Kevin Steen now jaw-jacking with the fans. Bryce Remsburg right in there. I'll be very surprised to see Chris Sabin give up from a shin lock at a Kevin Steen. Oh, Chris Sabin lands on his feet. Oh, what an enziguri! Right to the front of the face. And you see those platforms there. We're not surprised when you see Chris Sabin incorporate them into his offense. He has been a competitor in several of those Ultimate X matches. Kevin Steen on one knee, Chris Sabin holding the back of his head, the back of his neck. Jawbreaker. Right to the back of the head. What a clothesline. Chris Sabin in control right now. You can feel the momentum swinging in the favor of the challenger right now. What a running power bomb! We're gonna have a new Iron Man champion. No. So close. The Iron Man title has changed hands twice already in 2005. B-Boy starting out the year as Iron Man champion, winning the Iron Man championship last year. The Cage of Death. The Iron Man champion, Kevin Steen, in a lot of trouble. What a drop kick. Not enough. As a matter of fact, the Iron Man Championship has changed hands. Not one, not two, but 3 Cage of Deaths. Oh, Kevin Steen can feel it right now. Go back to Cage of Death 3 when Adam Flash won the Iron Man Championship. Go back to Cage of Death 5 where Jimmy Rave won the Iron Man Championship, and then you go back to last year where B-Boy won the Iron Man Championship. Big moonsault. Puts the brakes on. Back elbow. Kevin Steen with a high cross, or excuse me, Chris Sabin with the high cross body. Steen falls backwards. Not enough. You can sense that both wrestlers starting to turn it up a couple of notches. I would venture to say that we are through with the chin locks. Kevin Steen now going for that package pile driver. Big kick. Chris Sabin favoring the back of that neck. He has absorbed a lot of punishment on the back of that neck. He just doesn't have it in him right now. Enziguri. DDT. Not enough. And Chris Sabin, you have to think, if he was at 100%, or if he wasn't favoring the back of his neck, he would be going for that cradle shock. It'll be interesting to see if he can even try to get Kevin Steen up for that cradle shock. Well, there he goes. He's going for it. He's got him up. He loses him. Kevin Steen now going for the package pile driver. Wait a minute. Sabin. Big roundhouse kick to the back of the thigh. You see that a lot in mixed martial art competition. Kevin Steen has him up for the package pile driver.